Movie
Well, I
name?
got to be up at 5:15 in the morning.
Oh, that's right. Wait, it's five.
Shut
That was
up.
5:45. You
I
just
gotta
gave
be up
your
at
time
4:30.
an extra half
Oh
a
shit!
Excuse
bad.
I
me,
forgot. It's
4:25.
not 5:15. I got to be up at 4:22.
Good
Wow.
Ah,
Lord.
shit.
Mm.
Ah, shit.
I
I'm
don't want to see.
misremembering. I have to be up right now.
Oh my god!
I'm up right now.
I gotta be at work in 30 minutes. Let's go.
What do you have for me this time? Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
What a bunch of trash.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards. We're still in Spooktober, I guess. I don't know when this one's going to come out because we have an interview scheduled, so maybe this will come out in 2 weeks. We'll figure it out. But this may be the penultimate episode of this quote-unquote season of the podcast before we roll into our second annual Breens award show. Which
Very
is
exciting times.
very exciting.
Yeah.
So be sure to give us a follow on social media, Trash Movie Kings, to get updates on what that's going to look like. As far as what categories coming around and things like that. Yeah. So joining me this week, we've got Joseph Graham. Joey, how are you?
Good. Drinking tonight. I was sick last week.
Drinking tonight.
Drinking tonight.
Drink last night for the Astros ball game when they won tonight. And
How
I'm drinking
many
again.
Cowboy Fred Dursts are you?
I'm about 4 Cowboy Fred Durst deep.
Wow.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
have that on the screen, please.
That's all I got. Yeah.
Great. Also joining us this week, JD Karpicki. JD.
Guys, I missed last week and I felt left out, but this one, holy shit, there's music in the air, there's love, there's thrills, there's chills. I'm just full of every emotion there is. And that's it. It's the best. I was tired as fuck about an hour and a half ago, and now I'm just like I could dance in the street, sing in the rain, skip to
You
mountain tune.
wake up at 2:21 a.m.
Yeah, that too. I'm not thinking about that. I don't want to think about that. Yeah, good to be back.
Glad to have you back. Justin Petty is out on assignment, but also joining us this week, Apocalypse Howl. How are you doing?
Howdy.
Howl.
Toot toot, etc.
Toot toot.
Toot, toot.
I'm good.
You're kind of like the bad boy of the podcast right now with that leather
You
jacket.
are
man.
starting
What's
to
going
become the
on?
bad boy of the podcast.
Yeah, you
With your
are.
scotch.
How does that even work?
So this week we watched 1984's Scream for Help, which is directed by Michael Winner, written by Tom Holland. This was he wrote this shortly after Psycho 2, and a little bit before Child's Play.
I thought you were gonna say Spider-Man: No Way Home. Sorry.
No, we're not just doing bits all the time, JD.
Sorry.
We gotta
Read
be
the room.
serious about this.
Read the room.
Read the room.
This is starring David Allen Brooks, Rachel Kelly, Rocco Sisto, Marie Masters. These are all soap opera stars, which definitely comes to life in this movie. It is a horror movie, not really a slasher movie. This was actually Tom Holland went on record saying that he made this specifically in almost like in protest to all the slasher movies, because he wanted it to be a little more based in reality, because there was all of this slasher stuff going on in cinema at the time.
Interesting.
It said the film was meant as something of a reaction to the oversaturation of the slasher genre, as he felt it had become too reliant on special effects, violence, and gore, and wanted to emphasize the psychological aspects of horror rather than the exploitative.
Interesting, because this feels pretty exploitative.
Yeah, at times for sure.
Yeah, I guess not totally. It just feels
I'd be more interested in
operatic.
reading the screenplay.
than watching this because I think that would be a mistake.
No, I don't think it would be a mistake because if that was his intent, if that was the writer's intent, and we know he's written relatively credible stuff, I think maybe there's a good chance that there were some things lost in translation.
So the interesting that leads me into the one of the many things on this Wikipedia page that I think is hilarious.
He wrote Lost in Translation.
No, that would be great.
No.
So this movie was filmed in two places. The exterior was filmed in New Rochelle, New York, and the interior was filmed in England. But it says the 2 weeks in New Rochelle were to accommodate an elaborate action sequence, which was one of the few additions that Winter made to the script, saying of the process, quote, "I have never done less work on a script in my life."
No notes. Perfect.
It does move very fast at times.
Yeah.
Well,
We were
and
laughing because
writing
it
is
moves so fast.
so dense.
And so
Like,
does the
there's
main
no
character.
Lulls at all.
Yes, she
Yeah.
does.
She's moving fast and she's very dense. Yes.
She goes
Yeah.
about 40 miles per hour on a bike, 90 on a car. She's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny you say about the horror stuff, and he was trying to make something that's more in reality because it does still feel like a Freddy movie or a Chucky movie.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the cuts and all of that, like the dramatic music. But I kind of see what he's saying.
But it is all
yeah.
based in reality, right? Like you don't have somebody coming out of your
There's no-
nightmares. There's no
No.
supernatural element to it.
Okay.
It's just
There's
Paul
nobody in a
Fox.
mask. It's
Yeah.
just like bad people trying to kill rich people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
for
Paul
their money.
Fox related to Joe Fox?
Maybe Julia Fox, Megan Fox.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
A lot of people with the last name Fox.
very
huh?
foxy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the actor's
Foxy
related. Is he
Cleopatra. I don't know.
related to Mel Brooks? Or we said, I don't know, that might just be a coincidence. Because the
Who?
actor's name is Brooks. And somebody said he was married to.
No.
don't know.
Joey was talking about the woman from The Graduate was married
Oh,
to
yes.
Mel
Mm.
Brooks for a while.
Oh yeah, Mel Brooks.
No,
She's
David
not
Allen Brooks is the guy who played Paul Fox, and
Yeah.
he was he was in Manhunter, Castaway, some other things, but mostly lots of soap operas. Most of these people are on a lot of. He was on 175 episodes of a show called The Edge of Night.
Jeez.
So yeah, soap opera star. Also, 175 episodes. That show was only on air for 2 years. So, soap opera life.
That's soap opera
Yeah.
life. Every day is like
Every day is a new
how
episode.
how much dialogue can you memorize in one day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these people are melodramatic. It's good. It works. It's a fun movie. Also worth noting, the extra character in this movie, the score is created by John Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin.
Very
And
cool.
holy fuck, this score
Just
rips.
gonna clap.
Yeah.
It's also very, very loud.
Yes,
Yeah.
they knew what they had.
It's like he mixed it with the rest of the film.
Yeah.
He
It
put himself
it
first.
wouldn't shock me if he was like in the room. He was like
Yeah.
higher.
Come on, higher. It's like
bit.
pointing at the mic and bumping up. He's like, come on. I can't hear
even
myself.
the violin
What's the
solo.
guy's
Come
name?
on.
John Paul Jones? Is
Yeah.
that him?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe the director was just a fucking big fan and he's like, we paid for this. We got this guy to do this.
Yeah.
Up it, turn it up all the way. We're very happy about this.
And John Paul Jones is like, "Did you hire me or did you lower me?"
Oh.
That's right. Turn it up higher.
Oh.
It's
Well, I was thinking, I thought you meant like, did this movie elevate or lower him? I don't know where Led Zeppelin was as a band in 1984. but-
they were massive.
In
Still
84,
is it?
I think they might have been
I thought
Did
they
they
were
hate
more
each
like
other by then?
waning a
They
They
little
were
bit.
definitely massive in '84.
It's
the
Wikipedia
drummer
says
die?
they stopped in 1980. So
They stopped. Their music did not.
Post
yeah.
Still
breakup.
huge.
Lives
They're
on
still
today.
like
Am I wrong that their drummer died?
Yeah.
Anybody know? I can't
Bonham?
remember.
Yeah. Right? That was his name.
Yeah,
Bono?
wait, was John Paul
John
Jones
Bonham?
the one? Was he in the Them Crooked Vultures with
Wait,
Dave
that's
Grohl?
Oh,
AC/DC?
he might have been with like Dave
Yeah.
Grohl and Chris Cornell
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
interesting.
John Home from fucking
from Stone
Queens
Temple.
of the Stone Age.
Queens of the Stone Age. Yeah,
Yeah, that album is pretty good.
Mm.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
John Paul
Holmes
Jones is
in
the
a
one who
band?
found the guy dead. He found
What?
the bandmate.
Oh, we're just reading the Wikipedia of
for Zeppelin. Yeah, the drummer
Oh, okay.
John Bonham. John Paul Jones found him dead in the hotel room the next day.
Damn.
He fell asleep after partying all night, and he died choking on his vomit.
Well,
as far
that's-
as John Paul Jones goes, I think he did a fantastic job of scoring a movie.
Oh yeah, we're
Totally. Yeah, it's a
We're
great.
talking about that way early, I think,
Save
for a
it
reason,
for
because this movie is
Favorite parts.
very
Oh,
score centric.
yeah, it definitely scored with me.
It definitely scored with you. Is that what you said?
Yeah, well, a lot of people scored in this movie.
Oh yeah. It starts off with a lot of nudity.
It does, and so
No, it doesn't. It has one boob scene.
You
Must
you
have been
must have
gone.
walked out and missed
Yeah.
all the fucking because there was quite a bit.
well,
It's a
I
plot
don't
device.
think so.
Okay.
Speaking of plot, Joey wrote the plot for this movie. Let's
Tomato.
let's read it.
Christy Cromwell thinks her stepfather is trying to murder her rich mother for her money. She quickly turns into Harriet the Spy or some shit and spies on her perfectly attractive and nice stepdad. She does then see her stepdad fraternizing with another sexy broad and tells her mother. But her mother thinks she's full of shit. She then gets this bro boy Josh, who is banging her sister friend with massive cans, to drive her around and spy on the woman her stepdad is maybe fucking. But the carburetor spring of Josh's car has been tampered with, and she nearly dies. She survives, and of course, Christy's paranoid ass blames her stepdad.
She comes home and stepdad is fucking the shit out of her mom. And then like an hour later, she follows him to a hotel and sees him fucking the other broad. He gets very mad about this and runs over to Christy's sister's friend, who is apparently pregnant. But again, no one believes Christy with her evil stepdad theory. Anyway, the bro boy Josh is sad about his girlfriend getting run over. So he takes young Christy's virginity. Heyo! The next day, Christy's mom trips on a stray rod on the stairs and breaks her leg. And the stepdad goes back to fuck his broad again. And Christy again tails him. But this time, she takes a Polaroid photo of him banging her. Despite dropping the photo like an idiot, she gets lucky with an angry cuckold, the broad's guy.
Later, Christy gets home and her stepdad is fucking pissed. He then informs the rich mom that he married her for money and that she's disgusting to him. Shame kink, I guess. Then we have a home invasion movie with a stepdad. His bang maid broad. What's a bang maid broad?
Bang maid is a phrase coined from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
That's not a ZZ Top song.
A
Bang
live-in
Maid
maid, a woman who lives with you, does all your cooking and cleaning for you, and you bang her, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
The male version is a maintenance man,
All right.
I've heard.
His bang maid broad and the cuckold husband holding Christy and her mom hostage in the basement. Christy basically annoys the intruders, who now have to kill the mom for her money, of course. And Christy, because she knows too much, Josh, the bro who popped Christy's cherry, drops by randomly, probably to fuck. And Christy tells him she didn't like him or something because there's a gun to her head, and Josh leaves.
Then the cops come, and the three intruder people all die or get arrested or escape. The next day, Christy's mom drops Christy off at Josh's to fuck. And then the cuckold intruder guy suddenly shows up and tries to kill her with a candlestick. But Christy stabs him, and finally the police believe her that their stepdad was an asshole. The end. Yeah, it's kind of maybe 3 movies put together. There's like the Harriet the Spy thing at the beginning when she's tailing stepdad to figure out what he's doing. And then the climax of that movie is when Janie fucking dies. And then you roll into
French Connection a little bit with the car chase.
Yeah.
It's one scene, and then it's more like she's like going to the principal or the chief of police and all this stuff.
Yeah, that's when it becomes kind of like.
Oh, and then there's all the fucking in the. Well, that's still part of the Harriet.
That's part of the Harriet the Spy
part.
I just remembered all the nudity.
That scotch is good, huh?
There's
a lot.
There's the hot.
There's a good
the Bang
amount.
Maid Broad is a very hot lady, and she gets naked a couple times at least, I think.
Yeah, that's the Boole, right? Brenda Boole.
Brenda Boole.
Is it
and
Boole
her
or
husband,
Bowl?
Boole.
Lacey is her
Or is it
husband.
Ball?
Lacey is her husband.
Lacey
Brindy
is
and
her
Lace-
husband. Yeah.
Brindy and Lacey.
Lacey is Brenda's
Brendan
husband.
Lacey.
Yeah, Lacey is young Uncle June.
Oh yeah, that was an
So
interesting
Lacey was
detail.
played by this guy named Rocco. What was it? Sisto?
Sisto, yeah.
Sisto?
Sisto.
He was good. I liked him.
Yeah, we were talking about he played a young Uncle June in The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I would assume he's probably 70 now, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, The Sopranos was 20 years ago.
Yeah, so I guess he's
Wow.
like 50, 40, something.
So it would have been 15 years after this movie.
I think he was
June
born
in the
in
show
53.
is like mid to late 70s. maybe
Yeah.
80s
Yeah.
for most of the show. Right?
Yeah, because he like goes through his dementia plot line and everything.
Mhm. Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, the horror aspect of it is her like nobody believes her, I guess. Like she's
Yeah, that second movie is almost like Gaslight, right? Where it's like
Gaslight,
Wow.
very apt.
That's an old movie.
yeah, but it's like all of this crazy shit is happening. She's trying to tell the cops, she's trying to tell her friends, and nobody believes her, and they're like, "No, you're crazy."
Hold on.
Like
hold on.
Rosemary's Baby.
Does the term
Yeah.
gaslighting come from a movie called Gaslight?
Correct.
Yes.
No, the movie Gaslight pulls from the term, but yes, that's where it became first popularized.
Yeah, it became popularized
and it's
from
an
that movie.
old movie.
Yeah.
But I'm really
I've never
impressed that
seen it.
Adam's
I didn't
seen
know that.
Yeah.
Maybe I read
Rare
that.
that I
a long
run
time
into
ago.
other people who have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a black and white movie? Is it like really old?
Yeah, it's.
Is it color?
I think it's black and white.
I felt like it was. I feel
Is
like I remember
gaslighting black and
1940.
white?
Adam dropped
Yeah.
into blue light.
Are you gaslighting Mike's
1944.
memory? Sorry.
So it was.
Okay.
It was. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
44?
black
I
and
wish
white.
I was better
Might
at
have been.
gaslighting.
Might have been some. Might have been in color.
It was in black and white. You don't remember.
Hitler was
correctly.
filming in color.
Mike, you don't.
Uh,
You can't remember anything good unless you're around me.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm trying to
He's
guess.
trying
I
to
told you I was
gaslight.
bad at it.
Gaslight
I said I was bad at it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you know who's
You know
really
what?
good at emotionally manipulating people? Josh.
Who?
Josh can manipulate
Oh.
the fuck out of any broad he wants to bang.
How
Yeah.
is that your segue? How was your not segue like who's really good at gaslighting?
No, you should have been like.
Is
Speaking
Christy.
of segues, Paul Blart.
Oh.
Oh,
Speaking of segways, did you know that the inventor of the Segway died on a Segway?
Uh-huh. His
Really?
dream.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
he drove his Segway over a cliff and
Oh
died.
my god. That's so sad. Like many villains in these movies we watch falling off.
I support it. I don't think there's anything really sad about that.
Just like
Otherwise, he
Redstone.
probably would have bought Twitter or something.
He died doing what he loved, riding his Segway.
Like when he's working on it in his basement when it hasn't gone big yet, his wife's like, that's gonna kill you one day.
Yeah.
Why would he be near a cliff on a Segway? That seems
That's a
really
very
dangerous.
Yeah.
Extreme segwaying.
I wonder if he was like,
he has a helmet on. It's like, well, that's not gonna save you.
did you guys ever see, maybe like 5 years ago or so, Katie Mills Mall had an extreme Segway obstacle course in it. Like
No, I
in
made
one
that
of the
up
storefronts next to the theater, there was like it was like an ATV looking course for Segways.
Oh my god.
It was
No.
very weird.
I don't think that
Huh.
existed.
No, I don't want to believe that exists either.
Oh.
It was bad enough watching 10 of them on segways going around Market Square downtown with the helmets on.
Yeah,
and like,
yep, like the Segway
but
tours. And
maybe
shit.
that's when did he die? Do we know the year?
Boy, let's open another Wikipedia page.
There we
No,
go.
let's
Oh
not.
my
Let's move
God.
on.
Join us. Join
I
us.
was-
You can have
uh,
Wikipedia up too.
I
when
was
you listen to
driving
it.
down TC Jester the other day
Mhm.
on a
Mhm.
Friday at night, like around 10, and Critical Mass came to the light.
Oh,
And I just
yeah.
was like, no! And just drove.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing this today.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think any of them had Segways. They're on bicycles.
No, all
but-
bikes. Cops,
saw-
loud music, and pot smoke all at the same place.
I was
It's great.
driving down West Gray the other night, and there was a critical mass of rollerbladers that were trying to
Yeah.
cross the street, and I was like,
I've been
"Fuck
a
you
part of that
guys!"
before.
Please respect rollerbladers. No.
It's just like
no.
on the like
This town will kill you. Do you
this
understand
is
this? All of
Houston,
you.
Texas. This is not a
No
place
one
for
cares.
pedestrians.
You don't have bike lanes, you'll die.
Definitely not Allen Parkway.
I did
We are
critical mass
definitely an
many times.
anti-pedestrian city.
Yeah, we are built for cars.
We are built for death and destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
there's
winning fucking baseball games. That's it.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
it. That's it. That's it.
there's a portion of Allen Parkway that's named after a guy that died speeding on Allen Parkway,
That's
His name's Alan.
badass.
and they still haven't done anything. Like, there's no like speed bumps on it, obviously. Or
Allen Parkway is hands down the most
Yeah.
fun road to race on.
Yeah,
It
and it's
is.
beautiful too.
It is.
You can go like
You got
90
the
on
Federal
there.
Reserve.
Yeah, you got the
the
Fed right
police
there.
Memorial.
Mhm, mhm.
That pyramid.
Some
Yeah,
nice
you got
tight
the
turns.
skyline.
Yeah.
Get out and murder people.
The
actually.
water, man, it's beautiful.
So you got
No
some
one
nice
ever dies on those
underpasses.
roads. Yeah.
You got murder zones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fine to kill people here.
there's no cameras. It's Texas.
and actually, if you combine the Memorial, if you loop Allen Parkway and Memorial, you could do a pretty gnarly racetrack.
Oh yeah, that'd be a cool Grand Prix.
You
Yeah.
could.
I don't think there's a big turn, but yeah, you'd have to if you could.
Well,
You'd
build
have to
one, like a
make
big-
one like
You'd have
right
to
there at
run a
Shepherd.
light. You'd have to run a stoplight.
What
But
grant are you
just
applying
one.
to make this a reality apocalypse? I really want to know.
The
what?
Houston Arts Alliance.
Houston Arts.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it would be a pretty gnarly racetrack.
We can get
It's-
NASCAR in here. I think they did the Chicago Street thing.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was gnarly.
I was thinking more of like 610 Club style, you know?
610
Oh.
clubs.
Was that people racing along 610?
Correct.
Just doing the loop?
Yeah, it's whoever can do the loop the fastest.
What is that? Like 45 minutes, an hour?
Oh no, it's way faster than that. I don't know what it is. I forget.
It's
but
not that much
it's
faster.
way
than that.
faster than that.
Well, if you're doing it like 100,
Yeah, if you're
Yeah,
like
that's the
speeding.
goal. That's
Yeah.
the goal.
Huh.
But I don't exactly have a fast car, so
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well,
This
you
has been
should-
your Houston minute. of
is it because your
Trashin.
carburetor spring is broken?
Probably.
Oh,
So back
But
to the
my
movie.
mechanic said they'd never seen that.
yeah, your mechanic has never seen that before.
the carburetor spring scene is good.
I like that it wasn't the cutting of the brakes, which is like pretty typical, I suppose, of
Mhm.
a car that can't stop kind of
Yeah.
thing. This one could stop. It's just the carburetor spring was broken. I don't know how that would make the engine just go fast, but I guess that's what was happening.
Well, what he said was that it's what makes the gas pedal come back when you take your foot off of it. And so since it was broken, the pedal just stayed down, which allowed it to increase in speed. I don't know why the brake pedal didn't work, and then as soon as she killed the engine, it did work. Couldn't
Right,
tell
which
you
I don't-
that.
I don't know.
I guess the idea is that the engine, if the engine was going so much, the brake would not be able to stop it, but that would not be the case. I don't think.
This is why everybody should drive a standard shift car.
Just
I
put it in
agree.
neutral and you're fine.
Yeah, you just downshift, put it in neutral.
Hope they hit something soft.
Yeah, slow that baby down. Slow that baby down.
You could just try to put it in reverse, I guess. Maybe.
Oh God,
In a
just
pinch.
Not on Alan Park.
blow your transmission out.
Yeah, I mean, is it better than hitting a human being? I don't know.
I mean,
Debatable in Houston. You
yeah,
have the option.
we just talked about this.
Anyway, I like this movie quite a bit.
Yeah,
It is a weird, very strange slasher, very soap opera, very over the top. A lot of murder and fucking. Not a ton of murder. There's no gore really, but it is very good.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All this trash compacted together makes something real beautiful with this one.
Well, and it's made well. Like it's shot.
Yeah, there's a
Pretty
lot
well.
of talent on display. Clearly, we've discussed some of the accolades for the crew here, but this movie I'd never seen or really seen a lot of people talk about. But you know, a lot of these people went on to do bigger, better things.
Mm-hmm.
So they were interesting. They made it real good. But it is rough. Like it's not what am I trying to say? Like Megaplex ready.
Right. Yeah, this is direct to video.
Yeah.
And it does. I mean, you're right. It does have that kind of exploitation feel at times. Like,
but it's its own kind of feel. Like I don't think I've seen anything quite like this before, which is great.
Because nobody's slacking in this movie. Everybody's going like 100 miles an hour.
Oh
with
yeah,
whatever they're doing. Like
everybody's on everybody's on slightly different planes, but they're all just like, I'm doing this fucking thing. I'm not relaxed about it at all. Even Harriet the Spy Girl is like doing her own thing, and then you got fucking Uncle June over here doing his fucking crazy lunatic thing, which is fun. Towards the end, he's like, I'm gonna chew the fuck out of every scene. I feel like they added scenes for that guy to just go crazy in because they were like, oh, he's good at being crazy. Like, let's just stuff in some stuff here that doesn't make sense.
And how many people fell downstairs? That was amazing.
There were some really good stair falls.
Good stair.
yeah.
Should we talk about that yet?
Yeah, I mean,
parts?
just in general, it's a very physical movie. I mean, there's some
very physical.
There's some really good stair falls. There's when the mom trips over the fucking
That's the best stair fall.
whatever it was, a riser beam or something.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Is that not the brake pedal?
No, it's just a thing.
That was a good fall. Look at
Yeah,
that.
it was.
Right?
Holy
Fucking-
shit.
Yeah.
I'll put the coffee on, Paul.
God damn, lady.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, riser beam, which I don't know what the fuck that means, but
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but she fell. I mean, face planted down those stairs.
yeah,
and
whoever
then-
did that stunt did a good job.
Yeah, and then when they later push her down the basement stairs in the wheelchair, and then the daughter after that, like,
This is for every time I kissed you.
oh God, no! Oh God, no!
Oh,
okay.
fuck.
Oh,
Good Lord!
dang. What a fall.
I thought he was gonna rip her hair out.
Yeah, right. Or punch in the face. He had it like.
It's impressive stunt work.
And even
Yeah,
just
Chris.
like some basic blocking stuff where people are kind of being physical, it feels very rough.
Yeah, slapping and all that. All that was really.
Or just like moving somebody to another spot, like I think about when that guy slings that girl over the stairs, even just like moving her from like the hallway to the banister.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
There's that other scene later on when he throws the mom back into the wheelchair that's like pretty violent. Like,
No hands. Come on, get up! Cellar's this way.
yeah,
yeah.
it's wild.
I loved
Impressive.
that. I was
Yeah.
like, you don't see this anymore. Fucking people like it's not like they were hurting each other. They were clearly professional about it,
Yeah.
but they're doing it.
And I think that's the key, right? Is like we do see physicality in very low budget trash movies because they're not professionals, right? And they're just legitimately throwing each other around and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. But these are professionals and they're just making it look really good.
Yeah.
Like it's not clever editing, it's not like anything crazy. They're just actually physically in the space. They look really good.
I mean, there is a lot of good camera work too, and that could
Yeah.
be adding to it. The movie did not allow me to think too much about the direction.
It's the school scene you mentioned.
I was
Yeah.
kind of wrapped up in
Yeah.
the story a little bit. Like it did work as sort of escapism, which for trash movies is kind of
Yeah, it's kind of rare. It
too
kinda
ended.
makes-
I guess what I say
Mhm.
is like
Mhm.
it's like sometimes it's because it's actually good, and sometimes it's because it's so ridiculous that I'm not thinking about the making of it so much. But I wasn't thinking about it a lot. But some of the cinematography, some of the direction probably had something to do with that. In some cases, they probably were like, these people were being really physical, but let's do like a little thing with a camera here and there. But
Mhm.
generally, yeah, it all
Well, and-
works really well.
To your point, Adam, like I'm realizing like some of the physicality might have been from them doing these multiple takes. Like, are they doing it like it's like a choreographed dance almost?
Mhm.
Like he
It's like
grabs
a
her,
Kubrick
slings her
thing?
over the thing.
Do it again.
More
More nasty.
But
Make
you can
it-
tell
Make it nasty.
the place you can really see it is like when the bullies are making fun of her because her friend just got run over by a car. You know how kids do. And like he like grabs her and then pushes her here. She stands, says her line. He grabs the other person. Like it was like the kids didn't really do it as well in that
Yeah.
one part, but I feel like that was how the director kind of took them through all these things. And man, the Uncle June or whatever that was hamming it up toward the end, he was just like scenery chewing, like
Yeah,
you said. But
I bet he was scary to share a set with. Like if you
in
were
Pitch
his
Black, you mean?
if you were his scene partner, it might have been frightening at times.
He's also very tall,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
yeah, he's kind of intimidating. But also the lead actress, Christy, is maybe 5 foot tall. She seems
Yeah.
very small.
Yeah, she's short.
And his wife was like, yeah, so what? Like I went over there. Like so they were perfect together.
Yeah.
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 She made her hay on 3 episodes of As the World Turns.
Mm.
Okay.
So bunch of fucking soap
Haymakers.
opera people.
Makes sense.
She is 5'2".
Okay.
Hmm. He must be like 6'4" or 5 at least.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder if that's on here. Maybe not. Anyway, which is weird for Uncle June because Uncle June is not a tall man.
Right, yeah, we were talking about.
Anyway, let's move on to favorite parts because there's going to be some stuff in there that is going to have some good discussion, I think.
How many do we get each? Like Baker's
one.
dozen, or what are we talking about? Okay.
We'll start with Apocalypse.
I think my favorite part that y'all aren't gonna mention is when Brenda, the baddie
Mm-hmm.
woman, she goes and falls for Christie's trap.
The hot broad, the bang maid broad.
Yeah, whenever she goes to turn the breaker. She gets electrified. And I think the reason is because she sold it. She sold me on her being electrocuted. The actress, she really got into the role of someone being fried electrically.
I would say that back fan is doing a lot of work too.
Yes.
Yeah, and they don't show her face too much. Like it's better than Batman Returns and it's better than Home Alone. Like somehow.
Yeah,
it's more realistic.
It's a good.
It's more
dance
true
of
to
stuff.
reality. I think all the other movies we see put in ideas in our head that it's going to be more fanciful instead of more raw. And
she's just stuck to it.
She kept it more raw, and she moved like pretty convincingly. So
I'd
throw that out as one of my favorite parts.
It's a nice ballet of special effects, her acting, and then like the
camera placement too. Like
like a lot of lighting, a lot of stuff works for that.
You think it was back fan?
Or we're talking like it's amazing. I mean, it's solid and it's not ridiculous.
For this,
it's like
pretty solid.
Perfect. It's like perfect. For this movie, it's exactly what you want to see, I guess.
Yeah.
Although we wanted a little more fried, but that would have been too much. We kept asking this movie to do stuff, but this movie knew that it was not those movies.
Yeah. I have a feeling it was. Do you think it was back fan or do you think it was some sort of static electricity something? Because her hair was like it was moving kind of like when you have a balloon.
I'd have to see it again. I don't know.
It's interesting. I just have never seen it done like that, like kind of not understated, obviously, but like I just keep thinking of the Home Alone scene or Max Shrek getting kissed by Catwoman. It's like even in those movies, it's like super over the top. But
3, 4, 5, still alive. Anyway, yeah,
yeah, nice.
Cool, Joey.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Front butt.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
just she's like talking to the principal or whatever.
Don't you believe me?
You know, you're a real little actress.
You're a real
I
tart,
might
you know that?
even believe you if I hadn't talked to your mother.
Come over here.
My God, you didn't tell her about this.
I certainly
This chair
did.
swivels.
Look at his front butt. Butt, comma, front.
She also told me about the wild accusations you've been making.
But they're all
Look
true.
at it. Just look at it.
They're all true.
How did they get him to do that?
This was your
Yeah.
favorite part.
It's what I had written down too, because the other one is the
other one
obvious.
is everyone's favorite part.
But
Yeah, everyone. I didn't want to say everyone's favorite part. I mean, there was a lot of things that I liked a lot. I wrote down 2 things: front butt and Swiss Army knife.
oh yeah, the Swiss Army knife is good.
Wow.
But yeah, front butt.
Front butt guy is fun. There's like a wide shot of an older man who I think is the principal of Christie's high school, and she's trying to confide in him what she thinks is going on, and he just spread eagles on her. But he's kind of a rotund man, and he's got like the fat in his pants, and he's like, just look at it. And he's swirling around in his spinny chair.
He's like he's kind of like sagged down into this office chair.
Yeah, it's
And
how I
he's like-
get like around 3:30 in the afternoon after lunch, and I'm like, maybe I should go to coffee, or maybe I should go to sleep.
But, well, kind of, but he almost does the thing where his head is like in front of the rest of his body. Like he sits like a toddler would sit in that chair, right? Like his ass is at the front edge of the chair, and his head is kind of like out front over, and he's got the balls of his feet on the ground, and he's using that to swivel back and forth.
Yeah, you
as
have
he's
to see this clip.
talking to her.
I've seen that move before.
He's an interesting guy.
I've seen that move before. And it's a dick move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
certainly moving that dick.
He kind of looks like the old man puppet that Jeff Dunham has. He kind of has
God.
that vibe to him. I hate to invoke Jeff Dunham. But
Yeah, we've talked
Why?
enough about
Dunham's funny.
older
90s
comedians
comic.
today.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know you like Jeff Dunham too. That's
No, God, no. Sorry.
I like Jeff Dunham. Why are we shitting on Jeff Dunham?
He's a hack.
Is he?
he's in Vegas, so yes.
he like my issue with Jeff Dunham is he found a loophole to be like really racist.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
okay.
just gonna say really racist shit, but I'm not actually saying it. My puppet is saying it. So it's
And I
okay.
tell them
doing
to
it today.
Stop.
I guess I've never
Stop it.
Yeah.
thought about. I guess I've never thought that deeply
About Jeff Dunham.
about Jeff Dunham.
And that's fair. I wish I
He
had.
lulls you into
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah.
But he does a good job.
He's by no means a favorite of mine. I just have never thought he sucked.
I mean, he's
My
a very
favorite part was
talented.
Jeff Dunham.
He's a talented ventriloquist. I will give you that.
Yeah. And I mean, he just for someone in the early 2000s to be like suicide bomber puppet. That's
Mhm.
it. You know, and it's his there's your sign. Like that's his thing.
And
You know. He's still doing it.
and the
Yeah.
jalapeno puppet and the old man puppet. Yeah, it's just, you know. Anyway,
he's got. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Fucking Jeff Dunham, please.
Yeah.
Please, I beg of you all.
And if you're out there, Jeff, find us. We'll
Jeff, if you're
challenge.
listening,
Fuck
come on the
you.
podcast.
Baby Squatch will fuck up any of your puppets.
Oh, I forgot about it. Is Squatch Baby
yeah,
Squatch?
No, Baby
Oh,
Squatch
yeah.
went off to look for his father.
Oh, that's right.
he
He's
still
gotta
hasn't
spend the
found
whole-
him.
He
Is
took
he
a year
coming
off.
back for season 3 or?
I don't know. We'll see.
It's a
Did
semester
he show up
abroad,
for
I
season
think.
2?
I have no control over it.
I think he's been here once for
You
season.
know, Baby Squatch does. Baby Squatch is a.
I think
Groy.
Baby Squatch was only season 1 because Baby Squatch appeared
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
before the dickhead screaming.
Does that mean he's
Wow.
teenage Squatch now?
And he maybe showed up one after one other time.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Baby Squatch is. He's on his own journey. I can't interfere. I gotta give him space.
You can't let him go for too long because then you need to find like Teen Squatch, like Teen Groot. He's just a total fucking new person.
No. It's
just
the Bart
Michael J.
Simpson
Fox.
scenario.
Yeah, okay.
Bart Simpson.
Yeah, he stays the same age.
Oh,
gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he does
got
not
you.
age.
I got you.
Yeah.
Remember when South Park made a big deal about them going into the 4th grade? Anyway, JD,
All right. So
you
let's
have the honor of saying the one.
see what's going on here. Oh, not that one. Okay. I have a different one than the one. The MVP of this movie to me, the favorite part is the score.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
score is just so fucking good. There's Free Willy, there's Forrest Gump, there's like Nightmare Before Christmas, there's or Nightmare on Elm Street. There's everything, and it just turns on it. It's like a schizophrenic.
And it's all different and like way over the top dramatic. I did want to write down, but I forgot the music for the fuck scene specifically.
Oh,
the
yeah.
virgin
Yeah.
the virgin fuck scene is amazing.
Oh god.
Josh? What? Let's go up to my room, okay? No, don't. Josh, there's something you should know.
I already know. Jenny told me.
You've never done this before.
No, it's about Janie.
Was that the scene with the solo violin?
Yes.
So
After she pops top, and he gets in bed with her, for some reason, this wildly dramatic music settles down to like just one solo violin, and then it cuts away from them for a second, and it shows the parents showing up, and then the music is gone, and it's like cut to no music, just fucking.
Yeah, but it's like, and shout out
It's
to this
amazing.
movie because it is the awkward teen fucking of just
Oh yeah.
thrusting on top of
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
I mean, she's like,
aggressive
ow.
thrusting.
That's
Ow.
pretty much what sex is.
Right.
That's what sex is still, really. You know, at least for a lot of chunks of time
Mhm.
when you're fucking.
Yeah.
You still go back to that, you know. I don't know.
I mean, it's the old standby. It's
Yeah, I mean,
it's your
Down
Big Mac.
quarter pounder.
Yeah.
It's your 2 tacos because Jack in the Box wants to be different.
Yeah, there you go. 2 tacos for $1.50.
Their number one is tacos,
Yeah.
or used to be. It was like, why are you doing this? Why do you need to be different? Just make it the fucking.
I assume it's because of
Jack?
the E. coli.
Oh yeah, they had the whole.
It's
They
cheaper.
had
Yeah.
that bad E. coli thing, and they were like, "Let's move the burger further down the menu."
Yeah. What is their? Wait. What is their burger called? Jack and a Crack.
The Jumbo Jack.
Jumbo
Jumbo Yak. Yes.
Jumbo, yeah.
Jumbo Jack.
From what's his name? George. Whatever that comedian.
Lopez.
Yeah, George Lopez. Jumbo Yak. Sorry.
The George Lopez Show. Back to old comedians.
Well, I was
Yeah,
afraid-
we're just doing shitty old comedians.
We're showing our age tonight.
I
I've done
So, Adam, that leaves you.
Yeah, so I guess I'll say it.
go for it.
The best part of this movie is
hands down.
Janie's death.
Gotta go see a doctor, maybe.
I did yesterday.
Wait, what?
No, what'd he say?
I'm
She
pregnant.
can't run. Oh,
There's no kidding.
No kidding. That's what I've been wanting to tell you for the last 3 hours.
let's just keep throwing plot devices at him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this movie's got a lot going on.
No.
What are you gonna do?
Get an abortion, of course.
Don't you think maybe
Hell
we should
yeah.
tell Josh?
Why?
Can't
It's
ruin
not like
these
he's
sweet
gonna marry me or
saggers right here.
anything.
I guess not.
I'm gonna let it hang on long enough
I
to
like sleeping with
get
him.
another cup size or two, and then we're
I'm
gonna
only
scoop it out.
17, just like you.
Now you're
Settle
thinking.
down right now. I want to party and travel.
You're a capitalist.
Oh god! Oh god!
shit.
Oh god!
Oh goddamn! Oh my god, the dramatic music. Oh, the zoom out high angle. God is
a
looking at
30
us
mile hour.
perilously.
Oh my god!
Oh, I'm dying. Oh god.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Ross. Your daughter died.
Oh shit! She was pregnant.
Saved her tits though. Don't worry. Oh my god.
From top to bottom. I mean, they're hot on stepdad's tail. They catch him fucking abroad, and then they're running away. And Janie gets out of breath, and she goes, "Oh, what's wrong with you? You should see a doctor." "I did. I'm pregnant." You're like, "Whoa!"
Right.
And then she gets run down
With
by
Josh's
stepdad.
baby,
Yeah,
who then
with
fucks
Josh.
Yeah.
Christy
Yes.
like a second, like seconds later.
with the score. Yeah. And the way you see it is she tells you she's pregnant, and you're like, "Oh shit!" And then you also see this car going about 80 miles an hour because they're walking on a road, and like you're like, and the guy's not slowing down like in real life, so it's just very dramatic. And we had, of course, another happy lookout.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Sorry. This is your favorite part.
It was a good happy lookout.
We had a great happy lookouta. She then, at the point of collision, they ragdoll the fuck out of it. She you see the bumper hit her shins, and you see her knees kind of bend forward a little bit, and then she ragdolls on top, rolls over the top of the car, rolls into the grass.
Yeah.
Face covered in blood.
It was to the point where I thought there were two victims.
Yeah. Well, there were.
I was like, is this really the same girl?
No. Hit a soundbite, please get us out of that.
It's either shit or it's murder.
I thought
and a
we
baby.
were watching two people get hit by a car, aside from the unborn child.
Yeah.
Aside from, as you liberals would call it, a clump of cells.
Love a clump of cells.
You also get just an amazing.
You liberal.
You get an amazing score hit from John Paul. You get, and then you get the what's her name? Christy does the super dramatic grabbing her friend and no, you can't be dead. And then you get the zoom out to the crane shot. And then smash cut to the hospital when the doctor just walks out and goes, "She's dead," and you're like, "What the fuck?
Your daughter's dead," and they're like,
And he's like, "It's gonna be okay."
Yeah,
that was the most triumphant part of this movie.
We were able to save her tits.
Yes.
No, y'all were hilarious at that point. Oh.
I lost my mind during that entire sequence.
Yeah, it did have a heaven sort of feeling, in my opinion. I hope heaven is just watching that over and over again.
Yeah.
But for the first time, every time.
Yeah,
it never gets old.
Heaven is basically hell, except I get to experience it the same over and over again. Hell is I don't get to experience the same. It's just the same over and over again.
So heaven is chasing the dragon of watching that scene, but you get the first time every time.
Every time
it doesn't
is the
wear
same.
off.
Yeah, I was blissful.
And now that we have gone through the favorite parts, let's move on to
The bees. Sorry,
we had
I liked
some.
when you did it that last week, Michael. Keep going.
We had some blue lights. We had a basement.
Yeah.
We had boys in blue. We had boobs and bazongas. We haven't had bazongas in a while.
Oh yeah.
No big naturals.
No big naturals, just bazongas. We had a boombox. We had a broad. We had blood. We had a bow tie. Bush, which was surprising and one of the wildest sex positions
scenes I've ever seen on screen.
Yeah, in a movie. Not in person, obviously. I've seen way crazier.
No, don't lie. Don't lie.
Me too. Man.
In real life, I've seen a lot by doing it myself.
Yeah,
Everybody here's lying.
I love mirrors. We had blackmail. We had blackmail like fuck in this movie.
Blackmail like fuck.
Straight up.
We had bullets. We had blades. We had a blast.
Yes, fucking hell.
Wow.
So he opened the window for 5 seconds earlier, and it
Whoa.
yeah,
We got a blast.
classic.
And then the honoraries, we did have a wheelchair.
What about a breaker box?
I mean, we had a breaker box. I don't know if that's a B.
It's not a
An
big-
electrocution via
Yeah,
breaker
apocalypse. Don't
There's
just
not
say
enough
everything.
breaker boxes. Oh, and you're on your high horse now about anything that starts with B?
Well, now that I learned what it was, finally.
After
We had
told
butterflies,
you
and it's like what the fuck are you
specifically
talking about?
every time you were
Yeah.
doing it, like it's not everything that starts with B. I'm glad a year and a half later you're like, oh yeah, okay.
We got boulders. We got bugs.
But I'm the color commentary. I'm just like the butt comma front.
No, I like
that
it.
kind of guy.
No, I need you to do this though.
Thank you. I'm writing that down.
One more honorary, and this is my favorite honorary so far. We had an egg.
Couch.
No, we had an egg.
A couch?
Egg?
That's definitely not an egg.
No, that couch,
Yeah.
that epic couch.
That blocked
Oh,
the
yeah, it
traffic
was
for
a
5
hideous
seconds.
couch.
Yeah.
70s couch.
Can we
what
count? We're
egg
just
are
gonna
you
count
talking
eggs.
about?
Eggs.
Just any egg. I thought it was big ol' egg.
Well, I mean, big ol' eggs are great, but how often do you see somebody grab an egg out of a carton of eggs?
Yeah, but this is getting to my point of it needs to be a trope that happens in the movies. But
Yes,
okay,
but I think
like
if it's-
eggs too.
If it's a reference to that big ol' egg from Dinosaur Island or whatever that movie was called,
Oh, right.
let's rate this and I'll go to bed because I'm sleepy.
I'm sleepy.
Starting with JD.
5
I knew it. I knew he was
5.
gonna say 5.
and
also-
100 breens. No, I don't know.
100 breens.
It's just the best.
Calm down,
It's-
sir.
I will say
Yes.
it rivals. It doesn't have breens, but I remember when I rated Roar, I think we all gave it like 9. It was like a 5 bags
Yeah.
and 4 breens or something. This
Mhm.
movie is up there with Roar and Biohazard. Like it's one of my top 3 movies we've done on the podcast. This one really fucks. Love it.
Modern usage.
Apocalypse.
I'm gonna go 4.75.
Wow.
So really, I was gonna give it a 5, but I'm detracting 0.25 because I
Detractive
don't-
demand. Sorry.
It's not a trash movie.
Detracted the matter is. Do you
it's
have
not-
the thing? Just play it.
It's not.
Why say
a,
it when you can hit the button?
It's a magazine. It's a magazine. It's a deep cut.
It's not your typical trash film. There's too much in it that is quality. There's too much in it for me to just give it a 5 perfect. As far as like good filmmaking goes, they could have done better in a lot of ways. So I have to look at it as a trash film in that sense. There's a movie in 2006, I think, called Abominable that for my birthday coming up we should watch. That should be my y'all's birthday present to me.
Merry Christmas. We'll watch
Like it's kind of I don't know why I feel like it's similar because it was the dudes all involved in making the troll movies, making a Bigfoot movie. So obviously they don't have I don't know why those straight to video troll movies were like profitable, but they were. That same crew making a Bigfoot movie was not necessarily built-in profit where I feel like it should have been, but it wasn't. There were. Do you remember going to Blockbuster
Yeah.
Yes.
or Latest Increase or wherever and seeing Troll out there? Troll 1, Troll 2.
Sure.
Like
Mhm.
there was like a fervor about them being there. They were getting rented. So that same group made a Bigfoot movie. So it's like you had really competent, really good filmmakers making a film that just didn't have the same budget as films they previously worked on, and the end result was abominable. The end result was the movie in 2006 titled Abominable. And I feel like this movie was like you had experienced filmmakers working, but I feel like they probably are more accustomed to a 10 million to a $6 to $10 million budget, and now they're being asked to do a $2 to $3 million budget.
But isn't
this
this before
movie?
they were all big? Isn't
Correct.
this like when they started out? Because like I feel
Mm,
like they had more of a restriction.
No way. No
don't know.
way.
A lot of
Because
them
there's
were
you can already see the experience in the filmmaking.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So I mean maybe you're right, but I'm going off of feeling here. I feel like competent filmmakers made this.
Yeah.
And
Do you feel like it
So-
wasn't in earnest in any way? Though?
no, it's very earnest. I just don't think I can give it a 5 because I feel like they're too competent of filmmakers.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say.
Well, take it away, Joey.
Oh, I'm giving it a 5 for sure. There's no brains though. Yeah, this is competency trash. It's like weird to see. It's like the story is insane and trashy and like almost like smut in a weird way, but it's also mixing like a teenage story that's nonsensical and fantastic. It's like a Disney movie on top of like this insanely slutty like Lifetime movie. It is something to behold, and yeah, the filmmaking is like really good, but the budget is still pretty limited, I would say. I'm amazed that they shot this in England, you said? The interiors were
The
shot.
interior,
They shot this on 2 different continents somehow.
yeah.
Like that's fucking crazy. Like why did you need to do that? I don't know. But I love it. I loved it in a lot of ways. And the set design we want to talk about, a lot of white walls in this movie.
Mhm.
I don't know why I was so attracted to that. I think something about it reminds me of The Shining, because it's like a lot of white walls and then an occasional red door or something, like a red bookshelf or red random thing for large chunks of this movie.
Well, you talked about it reminding you of like an asylum, as if she was maybe imagining all this. Or
Yeah, we were
Mhm.
positing that early on.
Yeah.
It's an interesting looking movie, despite not looking super slick. It still looks kind of rough, but there's like a lot of interesting motion and like this, like I was saying, the white thing. There's just like it feels, on purpose, I guess. Yeah, it's like a very competent trash, but still very trash. Still, it's very interesting. Bravo.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a winner.
Okay, so that's 4.75 from Apocalypse, 5 from JD, 5 from Joey. I agree. It's 5 bags. I think what you're kind of getting at, Joey, about it being competent trash, it almost feels like a no holds barred soap opera, like that, where it's like you have that
That's an
production
interesting way to
value.
say that.
And it is
Oh.
very melodramatic, but it's also absurd and insane and everything. But they do get to have the violence and the explosions and the nudity and the sex and the
Teenagers,
right, that like is alluded to in soap operas, but they don't show it because they don't have the time to, or because it's on network television in the middle of the day. So I think
Yeah.
that's an interesting angle. And like you said, JD, this is one of your favorites. It's up there for me too, although I would categorize it more with Betty Broad and
The Astrologer.
and The Astrologer and Amityville 4 and
Forer.
yeah.
Like
Like
something more like that for sure. The Betty.
I almost
Broad
wish that
vibe.
I almost wish that we watched this with Amy, because it's just
Yeah,
a
me and
weird.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go
I'll
ahead.
watch it again.
No, I sent Amy what the 3 things that I wanted to watch before the season ends. She didn't pick this one. So if I'm hoping that she'll join next week and we can watch what she picked.
We haven't
That'd be
watched the
good.
sequel, the
Haven't-
Betty Broad sequel yet either.
Haven't seen her on here in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while for Amy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her on one more time before we
Sweet.
close.
The movie's so crazy. I mean, like the little spring in her hand, and she hears her mom having sex with Fox.
Oh
or whatever,
yeah.
and
Oh
she's
my
like,
God.
no, and then opens her hand and
I
like
just
it's-
yes,
But it's like the Citizen Kane shot,
Yes.
right? Or like
I
the
really-
Braveheart shot of like the hand.
a girl
holding the
going to
thing.
watch her mom fuck a guy that she hates, and
Yeah.
thinks is,
Look, I
it's
really
just-
like like how you coined it. And I don't know if this is your coinage, but I feel like it is. No holds barred
soap opera.
soap opera.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot like what it was.
You were saying most of the actors did time in soap operas.
Yeah, almost all of them
Yeah.
made their careers in soap operas, and most of them were after this. So it's not like they found them from soap operas and put them in this. It doesn't seem like.
Interesting.
oh, it has a
Um,
made for TV vibe, kind of like
yeah.
Stephen King's It, like that series. Like,
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
has
yeah.
that
Yes, but it
style.
doesn't. And
Yeah.
It's very
It's
interesting
weird.
looking movie. It's a
For the
weird movie.
locations and all that.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah, like
But
the locations are very strange. Another thing we didn't, I don't know how to ham fist this into the episode, but it's like, why the fuck do all basements in movies, they go down the stairs and the basement is to the right?
Yeah,
Always to the right.
Yeah.
Never to the left. Where's the left basement?
They
I don't
don't make
Well, but then I feel like if you're ever shooting it from the perspective of the person in the basement, it's to the left. Because you would see them coming from the top right corner down the stairs.
I'm
I've seen 'em
strictly
both.
speaking about
I've seen 'em
looking
both.
down the basement stairwell, because it's
Right.
always like a stair. And then the basement is to the right.
No,
Typically, there's a small area to the left or a wall.
Child's
I
Play
want
and
to
It,
see
2 movies we
that
mentioned.
middle basement. I want to see the basement where the stairs go straight down the middle.
That's fucked
Maybe
up.
that's just how fucking basements are made, and I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
We live in Houston. We don't.
I don't know. We have
Yeah.
basements because they would flood.
Yeah.
If you have a middle basement, please reach out to us at Trash Movie
Yeah, reach out to us.
If you have a front butt or a middle basement,
Thank you.
Or a long butt.
or long butt, long balls, bazongas, swangers.
Muffs. If you have a Muffs t-shirt, if you have a Muffs t-shirt, mail it to us. I'll send you.
If you got a big old egg, just call us.
If you have a Swiss Army knife that triggers a sound cue,
Especially.
we also had a
soundtrack is so
free
good.
Willy
Oh,
riff.
I wrote
my
down.
God.
Hold on, I wrote down best death Janie versus stepdad car, best stunt falling downstairs, best soundtrack during the virgin fucking scene in
Yes,
particular.
soundtrack. Yes.
All right, I have to
best,
go.
best fucking stepdad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If that's a category, I don't know if I have any other noms this
Yeah.
year for that, but
Cool.
anyway,
this one was nom nom nom.
Oh,
nom nom nom.
well, that is 4.9375 bags for
Plus 3 nom nom noms.
Yeah.
1984's Scream for Help from the Trash Movie Kings. Yeah. Give us a follow on social media. Thank you to Southern Star Brewing Company. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, JD. Thank you, Apocalypse, for giving up your Thursday night, Friday morning. Thank you to all for watching and listening. We will see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Recording stopped.